Now playing.
Just because someone says that they changed doesn't mean that they automatically regain access to your life. There has to be evidence.
This is the Thought Exchange.
Hey, how are you? Good, I hope. I hope you're doing great. If this is your first time here, welcome home. If not, welcome back. Good to see you again. Let's get into it. Some people think that growth is just realizing that you made a mistake. But accountability is what happens after the realization. It's action, it's consistency, it's change that can be seen, not just spoken about. Because growth so separately from accountability is just self-awareness with no transformation attached to it. And I've been thinking about that point. We live in a time where people want credit for recognizing the damage before they actually repair anything. They want applause for saying, I know I hurt you, while still moving the exact same way that caused the hurt in the first place. But acknowledgement is not the same thing as change. And this applies to friendships, relationships, family, even ourselves. Just because someone says that they changed doesn't mean that they automatically regain access to your life. There has to be evidence, not perfection, not some impossible standard, but proof. Proof in behavior, proof in consistency, proof in how they move when nobody's forcing them to do so. Because real accountability costs something. It costs ego, it costs comfort, it costs patterns that people became attached to. Anybody can apologize in an emotional moment. Anybody can cry when the consequences arrive. Anybody can say, I miss you, but can they discipline themselves enough to become safe again? That's different. And I had to learn something difficult. You are allowed to require demonstrated action before reconnecting with someone. That doesn't make you bitter, that doesn't make you unforgiving. It means that you finally understand that access is earned through consistency, not emotion. Sometimes people want to show back up in your life because they miss the comfort that you gave them, not because they truly transform. And if you let words outweigh patterns, you end up reopening wounds that were finally beginning to heal. I think a lot of us confuse potential with progress. We see who someone could become and start relating to that version of them that hasn't actually arrived yet. But healing taught me something important. You cannot build trust on imagined growth, only demonstrated growth. And honestly, this lesson applies inward too, because even with ourselves, accountability matters. You can journal every day, listen to podcasts, go to therapy, read books about healing, but eventually there has to be some sort of movement. You have to apply what you learn. Growth isn't just emotional language, it's behavioral evidence. It's setting boundaries after you say you deserve better. It's communicating differently after you say you want a healthier relationship. It's walking away from cycles that you claim were hurting you. That's accountability. And sometimes the hardest part about healing is accepting that love alone is not enough to restore access. Time doesn't restore access, memories doesn't restore access, history doesn't restore access, change does. Consistent change. And if somebody truly values reconnecting with you, accountability will not offend them. They'll understand why trust now requires proof. Because mature love should understand that healing people shouldn't be asked to gamble their peace on potential anymore. If you're in a season where you're creating distance, if you're requiring actions instead of promises, if you're observing patterns instead of getting emotionally pulled in by people's words, you're not being cold. You're learning that accountability and growth are supposed to come together, not so separately. That's all I have for you for this episode. If this spoke to you, share it with somebody who you think needs it. Subscribe, like, comment, if that's what you want to do. As always, I want to thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts with you. See y'all next time. Love y'all. Peace.
This is the Thought Exchange with Tony Watts.